My name is Milan Schulz, and I live in Switzerland. Originally, I was born in Czechoslovakia, and I left Czechoslovakia in 1968, and have been living in Switzerland ever since.
How you come to Islam?
I must say that for a long part of my life, I was a disbeliever. I didn't believe in God. I thought that there is a discrepancy between belief in science and something we can verify and what the religious books say. And I thought the religious books say one thing and science says the opposite, so I say I believe with what I see with my eyes. I believe in science and I cannot believe in God. But then I have come to the conclusion that all of the natural laws and all of the scientific laws fit together so perfectly in the universe that universe couldn't have happened by chance, that there must be a creator. So from one day to the next, I suddenly concluded there must be God. There is a creator. I was not looking for a religion. When I discovered that there is a God, I thought, okay, there is God, there is me, and that's fine. I don't need anybody. I can believe in God myself. I don't need any religious books. I don't need any religion. I thought the Jews are wrong because many are exclusionary. They say we are chosen and God is for us Jews. I thought Christians say this is one and I see three, so I say this is nonsense. And I had a very bad image and impression of Islam. So I thought, well, the religion I know about are all wrong. God is enough for me. I don't need a religion. One time I discussed my religious opinions with a man, and he said, have you read Quran? I said, no. He said, that's very interesting because many things you're saying, they are in the Quran. And I thought, okay, I probably should read Quran. So I bought Quran in English translation. Didn't read it for about 3 years, and when finally I started reading it, I remember telling my wife, reading through the book, you know, this Muhammad, he must have been a very smart man. It is so logical, so easy, and there are no contradictions in it. But then as I was reading more, I suddenly saw some scientific facts, and I said, wait a minute, this was not known until 50 years ago. Muhammad couldn't know this, so Quran is not from Muhammad. Quran must be from God. So, since I believed in God already, and I believed suddenly that Quran is from God, I found out that I'm a Muslim. Well, there are a number of verses in the Quran that give us scientific facts. For example, just before reading the Quran, I was on a scuba diving vacation, diving under the sea. And I knew that when you go under the sea, as the various wavelengths of light, they come in different colors. As you descend, the wavelength suddenly disappears and it becomes darker and darker and darker. And these are very clear distinctions. And then I read in the Quran, in Surah Al-Nur, there is an ayah that the disbeliever states are like layers of darkness, one upon another, a wave below a wave. And I knew that under the surface of the sea, in depth, there's another set of waves where there's a difference in temperatures. It's called thermocline. And these waves are much bigger, much longer, and they travel much further. But this was not known until only a few decades ago. So I knew this must come from somebody who knew that 1400 years ago, and I knew this was God and not Muhammad. I would say forget what people tell you, forget what you see. Read the Quran and think about it. Do not only recite the Quran, but think about what it is and ask God to give you understanding. And God guides. God didn't die 1400 years ago. He's with you. He's closer to you than the vein in your neck. And if you ask for understanding, He will give it to you, and that is all you need. The truth comes only from God.